An Indigo flight coming from Kuwait to Hyderabad received a bomb threat on Tuesday morning. Flight number 6C1234 was forced to make an emergency landing at Mumbai airport. Officials said the Hyderabad airport received an email claiming that there was a bomb on the aircraft. All security agencies were alerted immediately. The Airbus A321-251NX took off from Kuwait at 1:56 a.m. and landed safely in Mumbai at 8:10 a.m. Passengers were safely evacuated and the bomb squad checked the plane. No explosive was found. Authorities are now investigating the source of the email. The Lok Sabha witnesses loud protest as opposition MPs created uproar for the second day in a row. As soon as the session began at 11 a.m., MPs started shouting slogans and many reached the well of the House. Despite the noise, Speaker Om Birla continued question hour for a while, but the opposition kept chanting slogans like "Vote Chor, Gaddi Chhod" for almost 20 minutes. The Speaker then adjourned the House till 12 p.m. Earlier in the morning, opposition leader R protested at the Makar Dwar inside Parliament, demanding an immediate discussion on the SIR issues. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said protests are necessary to save democracy. The Lok Sabha witnesses loud protest as opposition MPs created uproar for the second day in a row. As soon as the session began at 11 a.m., MPs started shouting slogans and many reached the well of the House. Despite the noise, Speaker Om Birla continued question hour for a while, but the opposition kept chanting slogans like "Vote Chor, Gaddi Chhod" for almost 20 minutes. The Speaker then adjourned the House till 12 p.m. Earlier in the morning, opposition leader R protested at the Makar Dwar inside Parliament, demanding an immediate discussion on the SIR issues. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge said protests are necessary to save democracy. The Rajasthan High Court has summoned the Jodhpur Police Commissioner, the Deputy Commissioner of Police and the SHO after a shocking clash between policeman and a lawyer. According to reports, police personnel allegedly pushed the lawyer, tore his coat and even threatened him by saying they would finish all his advocacy. The incident created anger among the legal community. The High Court took serious note of the matter and demanded an explanation from the top police officials. A detailed hearing will take place soon and strict action is expected if the charges are proven. RSS Chief Mohan Bhagwat said that the world now listens carefully when Prime Minister Narendra Modi speaks on global platform. He added that this shows India's rising power and growing respect worldwide. Bhagwat made these remarks at a program in Pune celebrating 100 years of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh. He said India is steadily gaining its rightful place in the world. According to him, the country is becoming stronger economically, politically and culturally. He also praised the nation's youth and said they will shape India's bright future. A tragic accident took place in Uttar Pradesh Balrampur district when a bus caught fire after being hit by a truck. 3 people were burnt alive while 24 others received serious burn injuries. 6 passengers are in critical condition. The bus carrying 45 passengers, many from Nepal, was travelling from Sonali near the Nepal border to Delhi. The collision was so strong that the bus dragged for nearly 100 meters before hitting an electric pole. The driver and conductor are missing. Officials are working to identify the victims and investigate the cause of the accident. The Pakistan government has imposed Section 144 in Rawalpindi due to tension created by rumors about former PM Imran Khan's death. Authorities fear that such rumors may cause violence or public disorder. Under Section 144, gatherings of 5 or more people, rallies, protests or any public event are completely banned from December 1st to 3rd. The order was issued by Deputy Commissioner Dr. Hassan Waqar. Police and security forces have been deployed across the city to maintain peace. Officials say strict action will be taken against anyone violating the rules. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has reportedly asked US President Donald Trump for full legal immunity for himself and his family if he agrees to step down from power. According to a Reuters report, Maduro made this request during a phone call on November 21st. He told Trump that he would be ready to leave office only if he and his family received complete immunity and safe passage. The US has long pressured Maduro to step down, accusing him of suppressing democracy. The report has created major political buzz in global media. The stock market opened in the red today with the Sensex slipping 300 points and to trade around 85,350. The Nifty also dropped 80 points, showing weakness across major sectors. The sharp fall was mainly due to selling pressure in metal, realty and private banking stock, which dragged the market lower. Investors turned cautious amid global cues and profit booking at higher levels. Market experts say volatility may continue through the day. Traders are keeping a close watch on banking and metal counters as they remain the biggest loser in early morning trade. The excitement for the IPL 2026 mini auction is rising as 1,355 players have officially registered this year. Out of these, 45 players have listed themselves in the highest base price category of Rs 2 crore, making the competition even tougher. All 10 teams together have 77 vacant slots, including several overseas spots. Franchises are preparing big strategies and all eyes are on rising star Cameron Green, with both Kolkata Knight Riders and Chennai Super Kings reportedly showing strong interest. The auction is expected to bring intense bidding battles as teams look to strengthen their squads ahead of the 2026 season. A strong cold wave is set to hit north and central India, with the weather department issuing a 10-day alert for Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Punjab and Delhi NCR. Temperatures have already dropped sharply in many places. In Madhya Pradesh, 6 districts recorded the temperature below 10 degrees Celsius, signaling an early and intense winter phase. Meanwhile, the southern states are facing the opposite situation. Tamil Nadu and Puducherry are experiencing heavy rainfall. The weather official has warned of more downpours over the next 2 days, with chance of waterlogging in low-lying areas. The contrast between cold wave in the north and heavy rain in the south is likely to continue this week, affecting travel, daily life and farming activities in several regions of the country. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.